Hello there, my name's Card. I'm a long-time progressive community organiser and activist, and today I just wanted to briefly talk about a relatively obscure reactionary dog whistle that's been around for a while now, as well as what it really means and who's using it. For those who don't know, in politics, a dog whistle is a word, a phrase, or a symbol which seems perfectly innocent and innocuous to most people, but which really communicates a more sinister hidden message to those in the know. There'll also be a playlist of videos of mine at the top of the description that goes into detail about all sorts of reactionary dog whistles and how to spot them. Today specifically, I wanted to talk about the word rope, as well as the more explicit phrase day of the rope, and how they've become contemporary reactionary tropes. The phrase day of the rope comes from a novel from the 70s called the Turner Diaries. This book was written very unambiguously by a neo-Nazi for other neo-Nazis. In the story, white supremacists essentially do a big revolution and they execute, by hanging, everyone they don't like. This means all non-white people, all journalists, and basically everyone who isn't also a white supremacist. As you might have guessed, the day they do this revolution and hang everyone is called the Day of the Rope. And for the last 50 years, this book has remained really popular in real-world neo-Nazi circles, to the point where they fantasize about a real Day of the Rope. And the term itself is known among people in the alt-right, even if they haven't read the book it's from itself. It's a way for them to prove to one another that they know the lingo and aren't afraid to say it openly with one another either. Since this is a fairly identifiable dog whistle in some respects, and you can find an explanation of it with a single internet search, when alt-right people want to reference this fantasy of theirs online, somewhere that's somewhat more publicly visible, they'll frequently just obliquely reference rope, or the day of, something else they can fill in the blank with depending on the context. To that end, if you see someone referencing the phrase online, or elsewhere, they're either a hardcore neo-Nazi, basically just proclaiming what they are, or, even under the most charitable interpretation of things, they are far too comfortable and familiar with far-right jokes that you should never engage with them uncritically. It's very important to be able to recognize those sorts of people and take an appropriate course of action to prevent them from being in your communities. If they go around saying this sort of thing, they are, without a shadow of a doubt, realistically, pretty far right-wing and just trying to see what they can get away with saying. So, for the sake of keeping you and yours safe, please just keep it in mind and keep your eyes open for this sort of thing. Once again, my name's Card. If you might want to hear more from me, especially more about emerging or obscure internet dog whistles and how to spot them, feel free to subscribe to this YouTube page or take a look at my other videos. Goodbye for now, and have a lovely day.